Let's catch up with the business news now. Andrew Black is here with more.
Thank you, Hayley. Scotland's space industry is really lifting off. There are companies building satellites here. Scotland is set to become home to the UK's first spaceport. Our size of the global space industry is still relatively small. Now the Scottish Government wants to grow it, so it's worth £4 billion in the next 10 years. Ivan McKee is Scotland's Space Minister.
The industry's in a great place and it's one of Scotland's kind of best kept secrets. Glasgow manufactures more small satellites than any city in Europe. We've now got at least 2 rocket manufacturers in Scotland, and we're going to have the first spaceport for vertical launch in Scotland in the next couple of years, and hopefully a vertical launch site not long after that. So we're in a very good place, and I think the job of government is to help work with industry to raise the profile through the debate we're having in Parliament today, to ensure we've got the funding in place where we can help support specific operations, for example, like the Sutherland Spaceport, where Highlands Islands Enterprise are putting money into that, and to work to join up the sector and make sure we've got the skills in place to support what is a very highly skilled and technical career path.
And for people that are maybe not aware, I mean, this is an industry which has the potential to really be, a real big world class place because of Scotland's location in the planet, and its positioning for the potential to launch satellites into space and that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Scotland's got the potential to have several launch sites for rockets, and that's all about getting these satellites, typically small satellites, into different Earth orbits. And as you say, Scotland's well placed because of our where we are on our global positioning there, and also the fact we've got clear paths over open ocean off to the north, which is an excellent position to be in. So it's important we make best use of those inherent advantages, but also not forgetting this is all about data science. It's about the data that comes back from these satellites and how we analyse that and provide services based on that data. And it's about the design and manufacture of the satellites and rockets. So a huge range of opportunities for businesses in the sector.
And in terms of what the Scottish Government can do to help, is space devolved to Scotland, if I can
it's a
put
good
it
question.
that way?
No, it's not, believe it or not. So we're having to work very closely with the UK Space Agency. The regulation round about that, the UK government put the first piece of legislation in place last year, and are now moving forward to get all the finalisation of the bits of regulation that are required, so we can actually open the spaceport. So that actually may be one of the things that we have to wait for to get that in place from the UK government. But we're working closely with the UK Space Agency, who are very well connected, obviously, globally on this, and making sure that we're getting the funding that we need, and also any other type of support that they can provide for us.
And is this an issue where the Scottish and UK governments have been able to work together?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for our population size, the industry in Scotland is twice the size compared to the rest of the UK, and because of the issues we talked about earlier about Scotland's position, the UK Space Agency recognises the huge strengths that Scotland has in the sector, and as I say, we're working closely together to bring this to fruition. Our ambition is that the sector in Scotland over the next 10 years can grow to about £4 billion industry, which is, it sounds big, but it's just 1% of the global space industry estimates by that time. So I think that's very achievable, but it really puts it on the stage as a significant business sector in the Scottish economy.
That's Ivan McKee. Technically, he's not actually called the Scottish Space Minister, but he is the Minister for Trade, Investment and Innovation, so a lot of space in his job.
Okay, thank you for that, Andrew. It's 12 minutes.